Fulminator Mage in the main. He's full in on the like living end, but not the what's the Cascade version?
Oh yeah. He's the full just only cast it with means to cheat it out aside from Cascade, like
He
as
has
foretold and
he has a
Electro
Drake Haven in his board. Anger of the Gods, Bottle Gnomes.
Bottle Gnome is actually sick. I've seen it. It is the tech.
Wow, this is quite the deck.
And the Tormund script is going to be tutorable with I believe they play 1 billion Teleria West.
They play 3, I think. His writing's kind of sketchy, but I definitely think it is 3. So the Tormund Crypt is pretty integral for this matchup. Maybe if Matt's lucky, he wins the die roll and can commit a big board presence early. Otherwise, I think he's in some trouble. Although I do also think that Jamie can only use the Crypt once.
Yeah.
So it's possible that Matt may be able to play through it and figure out a way to not just lose on the spot. This hand does not look great. It has a Shriek Horn.
And as a Faithless Looting, he's on a mulligan to 6 here. He's got.
Oh, okay. I think I keep that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the imp.
Got the imp.
Okay, cool. This is a good one. I'd keep this. I don't even like what would you not keep on top? You just keep everything on top.
Keep everything on top.
Put anything on top in the graveyard. Who cares?
Here we go. It's gonna be a Wooded Foothills from Matt Otten.
Yeah. All right, chat. Who do you think's gonna win? If you had to guess right now after this turn 1 fetch.
Yeah.
I think Matt is not going to win.
Wow. Just counting the game day champion out immediately.
Listen. You can win a game day, but you can't win a 3K. All right.
Wow.
I've never heard of a game day that's a 3K. Oh, Jamie pointing out that he loses his 2 life.
Excellent observation by Jamie. Very tight
Better mark
play.
that down, Matt. There it is. Okay. I think he's going to lead with the looting. All right. And there it is.
There it is. Faithless Looting.
All right. I can't really see Jamie's hand. Oh, there's a Tarn and nothing. He's not showing us anything.
That's going to be that the amalgam in the sink we discarded.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a very powerful
he
pick
has
there.
the Natty Crypt in hand.
He has the Natty Crypt.
He has the Natty Crypt.
It's going to be a rough one.
Oh, no.
There it is. Why you got to do him dirty like that, Jamie? What are you doing?
Oh.
That's a rough one for our homeboy Matt Otten.
Oh.
He's going to dredge.
I guess it's right to dredge there. I don't know how many cards Matt has in his hand. Yeah, he probably might do it in response.
That's going to be a Creeping Trail trigger. Put on the stack. We're going to see if there's going to be a Tormund script here.
I think if Matt has other ways to dredge, like a what's the 2-mana one called where you discard cards? Really
Conflict?
bad.
Confligerate?
No.
Cathartic Reunion.
Cathartic Reunion.
Yeah.
He's good. Conflagrate would also be very good. He only milled 1 Crippling Chill, so it's possible that he can just be on like the pseudo burn plan where Jamie just takes 9 out of nowhere.
Yep.
Specifically with the double Shriek Horn, I think he's actually in a pretty good position.
Interesting enough, Matt not tapping a Shriek Horn to activate it there, just takes the dice off. See if Jamie notices, he can activate it again on the unstep.
Well, he definitely activated it. We saw him. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there we go. About time.
That's a good one. Maybe he heard us.
Let's see, 2 cards milled. Stinkweed Imp. Oh, baby.
Yeah, we're going. I think we just have to dodge the Electro Dominance from Jamie, and well, I guess Dredge would have a pretty good anti-Electro Dominance plan.
Yeah. And that's going to be both Shriek Horns activated, 1 Narcomoeba put in play, and 1 billion lands milled.
Yeah, there's a Bloodghast and what looks like a Conflagrate as notable cards there. I'm going to be honest and say I haven't really played either of these decks or the matchups from the other side of these decks that often, so I'm just going to hope that these players know what they're doing.
So I've played against Dredge about a bajillion times at this point, and I'm thanking Matt Otten for being very helpful to us and also his opponent by separating the important cards from the not important cards. Makes life way easier to see them.
Yeah, for sure. Specifically the lands and the non-lands, because there's a lot of dead lands in the deck.
Oh yeah. Somebody loaned back 3 lands, then he just played a land, got Bloodghast back, passed the turn.
And those lands that he got back with Loam is going to be very powerful with Conflagrate later in the game. Hopefully he can get some damage out of Jamie and then just Conflagrate him to death. And not just die.
We are going to see some end of turn cycles here, and it looks like Jamie does have Electro Dominance in his hand.
He also has the living end. I saw him.
Oh, and the As Foretold. The man has it all.
I think that's his second As Foretold.
Well, it was As Foretold.
I actually don't know how favored this is from this position for Jamie. I don't know how exactly this will play out. I guess Matt doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard right now.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be setting up the end of turn As Foretold. Or sorry, not As Foretold, the Electro Dominance into living end.
Well, Jamie has he has the Curator, he has the 6/4, he has the Sidewinder, which is the 6/5 hexproof, and I think another
5/5.
Is it a 5/5?
5/5.
Okay, I should know that.
Yeah.
Another beefy lad in his graveyard right now. Yeah. I think if Matt's smart, he might play a land and not activate the Bloodghast. I guess he doesn't have a choice now.
Looks like Jamie out the Prized Amalgam trigger. So
that's a tell if I ever saw one. Hey, you're putting this into play and it is going back to the graveyard.
All right, Bloodghast's going to come back, and Matt's got a pretty impressive board that will be wiped out.
I guess Bloodghast can't even block, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I guess you gotta give Matt credit for trying.
Giving him his all, leaving it all on the court.
Mm-hmm.
See Loam again.
I don't know. Like maybe I'm getting too ambitious, but like let's take a look at Matt's sideboard. Like what is he gonna do for game 2 here? All right. He has 2 Leyline on the Void, 1 Stay in the Mind, 4 Nature's Claim, which is okay against As Foretold, but maybe a little too niche, just because like once As Foretold's in play, it's already online, if you will, and an Abrupt Decay. I don't know if Matt's really...
Yeah, Matt doesn't really have the tools, so to speak, to fight it, and Jamie's got a whole bunch of cards to bring into the sideboard to make this matchup even better. He's got the 4 Fairy Macabre, and also, like... Macabre, sorry, my apologies. I'm not very educated.
No, we can call it Macabre.
Matt only has only has the ley lines. The Grudge if he really wants to fight against the 1 Tormund script, but who knows, Matt might not know what the list is. So...
Yeah, I think maybe it might be a little ambitious on Jamie's part, but he might want to try the Fulminator Mage blow up all your lands play. I actually don't know if that's a good line. All right, so Jamie casts Electro Dominance, uses the ability to cast Living End, puts Sidewinder, Curator of Mysteries, and the big 6/4 into play on Matt's end step. And that is a lot of damage. I don't think Matt's dead yet.
It's only 15 points of damage. If Jamie can just play a land, cast an extra dominance for 2, that's going to be lethal. Well, however, Matt does have the option to block here with the Prized Amalgam, which I believe he's going to take, as it kind of comes back for free almost.
It does come back for free, and I definitely don't think he's winning by making an attack. So I think this is a pretty easy block. Oh, he does the in-combat trick of trying to hit a Narcomoeba. And I respect that, but if I was Matt, I would just scoop him up.
Ye of little faith. Just scoop him up.
Yeah. I am a little ye of little faith, you know? Just like when the writing's on the door, you just leave the room.
Words of wisdom by Derek White.
Yeah, just take that to heart, everybody. Remember what I said. Every time you play against me, please automatically scoop.
Okay. I think Matt's best option here is probably flashing back Conflagrate on himself. If he loams, I think he goes up to 8 cards.
That would definitely be really cool of him. I don't know if it's in his range, though. I don't know if it's in my range. I'm not that cool.
That is some next level magic, I'll tell you.
Next level magic. I don't know if we can say that. That might be copyrighted.
All right, both Bloodghast's going to come back. It's going to be a Prized Amalgam trigger that's going to be delayed and go on the stack.
Unfortunately, Bloodghast has the text cannot block.
I mean, you can certainly try and see if your opponent notices.
Nope, you can't. Don't suggest that to people. That is bad.
It's like Matt casting that Conflagrate, discarding. How many cards?
What is Matt doing?
Discarding 5 cards?
Now he's playing the turtle shell game with Jamie's. Where's the Conflagrate?
So I honestly think one of Matt's best plays here was to play just the Stinkweed Imp, as it just like walls everything.
Yeah, it definitely kills the hexproof creature that he can't actually kill. And then he could flash back the Conflagrate also to kill something else and just possibly not die this turn.
Yep, and if Jamie just has nothing, he could just like get back Stinkweed, play it again, and then once again we're at this board stall where Dredge is going to be favored in the long run. But I don't know if Matt's playing this correctly.
Yeah, I do believe that Jamie's deck. Oh, he has remands.
Oh, it's remand! Oh, that's so sick.
He has 4 remands. Wow. Okay.
All right, the Stinkweed didn't play it.
Yeah. That's.
Looks like that's
I was gonna say I don't think Jamie's deck. If you foil it once, it's sort of like crumbles, but I don't know, a bit more than I thought it was.
I mean, you do have 4 main deck copies of like Ancestral Recall in your deck, so
Yeah, that's true.
you get to rebuild constantly.
Yeah, I mean, at some point in the game, most of the cards are just kind of dead, though. Like, as for Told and copies, is multiples is just not great. Chalice is not great against the Dredge deck, so I mean, they are going to sideboard. They'll probably cut those.
Yeah. I don't really think Matt has a lot to fight. I mean, he can bring in the Stain the Mind.
Do you think Matt has played against this deck before?
Matt, I am probably not. This deck is kind of like hasn't really seen a ton of play, I would imagine. I imagine most people who play Modern right now haven't played against this deck a lot.
Right.
It's like still fairly new. It's only been around for a few months, but like still not a lot of people play it. Most people just stick to like Phoenix and like Black Green and like Dredge.
Yeah, I
like,
played Phoenix today.
the tried and true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I would not expect Matt to have played against this deck. I'm going to be honest and say I don't even know how I would sideboard with Dredge against this deck. Although I also haven't played Dredge that much.
yeah, I think Matt's probably going to want to bring in, if he has enough bad cards, he's definitely going to want to bring in the Abrupt Decay and the Leyline of the Voids, and most likely the Stain the Mind and Thoughtseize.
I definitely think the Leylines 100% come in. It really shuts down Jamie's game plan. Although if Jamie is keen to Leyline of the Void, he'll probably bring in Drakehaven. He does have one in the sideboard. I don't know if one's enough to beat a Leyline if Matt has it, but it's better than maybe some other card.
Better than nothing.
It is definitely better than, it's probably better than Chalice.
Yeah, and Jamie does have 3 main deck copies of Cryptic Command to interact with Leyline of the Void if he needs to go off.
Oh, I forgot about Cryptic Command. I'm so used to seeing the version with no text, I don't know what the card does. Like, can you name all 4 modes?
I can't. I couldn't.
There's no text on it. Nobody can.
It's too cryptic. I can't read it.
People will just cast it against you and you'll be like, yeah, I don't want to call a judge to find out what it means. I'll just believe you.
Yeah, the biggest thing about when you play Modern is you don't want to look stupid, right? Everyone wants to look really like smart. So when your opponent casts
Super smart. That's why people play Amulet.
Yeah, because that deck requires the big brain, you know?
The largest brain ever.
That's why you got to get those Coalition Relics out of your EDH deck to play that deck.
Yeah, a Coalition Relic is actually an expensive Magic card. It might be almost as expensive as Primeval Titan. You know, I think Primeval Titan would be more expensive if it wasn't banned in Commander.
I would probably agree. Those Commander players are the lifeblood of local game stores.
I would say that Commander alone is driving the price of Magic through the roof. As a MTG finance person, I say we should invest in Commander players.
Well, I heard from Mr. David Arud that he was speccing on Contagion Engine.
Contagion Engine?
The big Commander card, because of the 36 Planeswalkers to be printed in the newest set of Magic.
That's the one from Scars of Mirrodin?
I believe so.
And it proliferates, right? You tap it and it proliferates?
And then it proliferates again.
Again?
It proliferates twice.
Twice?
It proliferates the proliferate.
Wow. Normally, you only get one thing per card. You get 2 for this card. It's like a buy one, proliferate, get the second proliferate.
That's a great proliferate, am I right?
I don't want to say that word anymore. It looks like it started. Matt is on the play. He doesn't feel like taking the draw. He doesn't think the card advantage is worth the tempo loss. Personally, I agree with him, but I don't know. It could be contested in some school of thought.
Wow, main phase.
Let's just, you know what?
Just show him. Just show him it.
I can do it this at instant speed. I'm not going to.
Jamie, you get Archdeacon getting that sweet F6 value.
And he certainly didn't have the Natty Crypt this time. I think this might be much better for Matt at least for the first couple turns.
Matt might get a chance to actually develop a little bit. Of course, Jamie does have the instant speed wrath whenever he draws it, so it's really hard for Matt to get a great setup here.
Yeah, I don't really know if that's something Matt can play around. I think he just has to play into it and hope that the dredges line. Oh,
Matt's hand does not look super good. He missed both of his Shriekhorn activations, and he Cathartic Reunion discarded just some junk and a Conflag. It's not looking great for him so far.
I think Jamie doesn't have land. Oh, he has a Talaria West. There's the crypt. Do you think he slow rolled that?
I think he definitely slow rolled that.
I think he slow rolled that.
I think he rolled up to that very slowly.
I think he got Matt and all of us. He definitely got me. All right, Matt brought in the Nature's Claim.
Looks like smell fear in that crypt a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if you should be trying to blow up the crypt preemptively to make your opponent try to use it before you want them to. But I mean, maybe Matt just brought it in to hit as we're told, and it also covers crypt.
Here we go. He's going to discard a Dredger and an Amalgam, and Jamie's going to decide if he wants to pop that in response to the draw.
I think I would.
Yeah, I would agree. Matt has actually nothing going on right now, so I think buying as much time as possible before he actually goes off is pretty important.
Right. We don't know the contents of Jamie's hand. Oh, maybe we'll get a little look-see.
He's got a Curator Mysteries, I'll tell you.
Nice little... Oh, he allowed it. All right, let's go.
First dredge.
Little nat gas. All right.
Blood gas.
And he draws 2 cards.
Yeah, looks like he missed again.
Maybe Jamie just knows that Matt is just not going to draw nothing, and he just doesn't want to waste a resource.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the best way to win games is to just be more skillful than your opponent, have them draw absolutely nothing.
Yeah. That's why I lose all my matches. My opponents are just infinitely more luckier than I am.
It's true. I've watched Mr. Pipe play Magic the Gathering, and let me tell you, his opponent's much more skillful than him. As he constantly mulligans to 5.
I do mulligan to 5 way more than any person should. I've said this in public on an open forum before that I think each person has a you know how you have an FBI agent?
Yeah.
I think every person has a Moto agent.
Okay.
And my Moto agent likes to screw with me.
Okay.
And he likes to make me mulligan in matches that I should just win on the spot. Keep me humble.
Of course. It builds character, right?
Yeah. Now, I guess it wouldn't be post-combat, it'd still be in the main phase. Post-crypt.
Post-crypt main phase.
Matt fetches, plays a Faithless Loot, and discards, I think, his Bloodghast and Life from the Loam.
And yep.
Jamie is cycling on his turn.
He played a Scalding turn. He's looking at his graveyard now. Maybe thinking about casting Electrodominance soon. If he has it.
So he has Recall. He has Living End. I don't see the Dominance, and I don't see an As Foretold.
I do not. It's hard to see his hand. He's keeping him close to his chest. Matt Houghton doing the world a favor, holding him open so Jamie can see his hand.
Yeah, he's just putting it on the table. I mean, Dredge kind of just plays out of the graveyard, so their hand is just kind of on the table.
That's fair. Very true. Jamie looking at his exile.
Pilfering through that exile pile. Oh, here we go.
Spin.
Dredging that loam.
That wheel.
Oh, take 3. Lightning Helix you.
And milds 2 Faithless Looters.
On's back to 21. How will Jamie win? He has more life than he started with.
In fact, you could say Jamie is losing by a substantial amount of life.
By 7 life.
That's a lot of life.
That's 7 lives. That's 1 whole cat.
Wow. When you put it like that, that is quite a lot of life.
Could you imagine every time you play a game of Magic, you just lose a cat?
You just have to adopt a cat at the beginning of a tournament?
Meow.
I don't think that would certainly fix the overpopulation issue with pets.
Is there an overpopulation issue with pets?
Oh, in my opinion.
In your opinion. So it's not factual. Is there a Wikipedia article I can read on this? Can you link me?
All right, yeah. Let me hang on. Let me do some research on if there's an overpopulation
Research?
issue with
Yeah,
research.
cool. All right, chat. Who do you think wins from this position? Vote now.
Yeah, Derek's argument or mine? Are there too many pets?
Yeah. No, we're not talking about Magic anymore. Do you think there are too many pets?
I mean, it's not really our fault. They're not giving us a ton to work with. As you can see, both players very, very much playing Magic with each other.
Imagine interacting with your opponent in Modern.
Interacting with your... Oh, here it is. Electro Dominance, Living End. Matt Hutton going to get that Blood Gas back. Oh, sick value on the Blood Gas.
It can't block.
And Jamie going to get back 3 boys.
I believe this is what they call Pound Town.
Wow, did you see that? Jamie Archdeacon actually swung all 3 of his creatures together and tapped Matt's creature with 1 hand motion. Just saying, Matt, if you could block, you can't block now.
It can't block.
It can't block, Matt. Matt, gonna go to 10. Gonna dredge that loam. Gonna hope for something a little
Dredge
spicy.
that loam.
Mills and Amalgam. Mills is Stinkweed him.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If this was like a showing of whether Dredge should be played in Modern or not, I would not be playing Dredge after this event.
Yeah, this is a rough one. And Jamie actually has a remand back in his hand right now, I believe, so he can just stop anything Matt wants to play. If Matt plays a Stinkweed Imp or Faithless Looting, it's like, just bam, remand.
Yeah, I think this game's over.
This game is quite walked up.
I think you should attack with the Blood Gas. It can't block.
It's true. Matt Houghton definitely should attack with that Blood Gas.
Send a message. Send a message. Send a message.
I think Matt Houghton maybe should have mulliganed a little more aggressively for his
Leyline of the Void?
His important cards.
I was just about to say that. Considering he specifically didn't have a Dredger in his opener and was very reliant on that Shriekhorn.
Yeah, just did not pan out Matt Houghton's way. Should have maybe mulligan a little bit aggressively. One of the benefits of actually playing Dredge is the mulligans super well.
Yeah.
And bam, there's that remand on that looting, and I think that might be all she wrote.
I think if she was writing this, she would stop writing it.
Dude, stop right here. Not even finish the game. The game would just explode.
That book would not get published. She would be very upset with her editor. I'm upset with her editor.
Very upset with her.
Very upset with the editor.
All right, yeah. Matt shows the hand, saying, "Yeah, I just can't win." I'm sorry.
Like spaghetti falling out of my pocket, Matt drops his hand on the table.
And as you can see, Matt's on life total is to 0.
Okay.
Another cat dead.
Meow. Now we get to get a nice little side glimpse of Jamie's playmat that he just humbly put over the playmats that were provided.
He's very proud of that playmat, you can
Do
tell.
you think he brought his own tokens of himself that he put over the tokens? Like this is the Jamie Archdeacon Elemental token, this is the Jamie Archdeacon Storm token.
If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Jamie Archdeacon. Like,
there he brought in the Hombre Macombre.
Oh, Macombre.
Yeah, Macombre.
Big fan of that card. Jamie Archdeacon showing him what cards he's deciding right now. Being very courteous to Matt Houghton.
Still had all these.
Or not being very courteous.
As he throws them on his squirrel playmat with his Jamie Archdeacon tokens next to him.
Wow.
Do you think he'll leave it there for the next person?
I mean, probably not. A man as obsessed with his clout as Jamie Archdeacon is, he's going to take his mat with him to flex on the next opponent.
I believe so. I would.
Oh, that's
he's spinning those dice.
That is a tragedy. So
come on down to spin those dice. All right, so that was round 5. I think X11 will be able to make it in. So if Jamie wins his next round, he can probably draw in. He does have a loss on the day. I don't know what he lost to, but
probably his own deck, honestly. That can misfire pretty hard. It's so reliant on the livings, right?
I think considering most decks do have surgicals or ley lines or ravenous traps, he's going to steal the mat.
Take the mat with him. Points to the mat, saying, "This mat inferior to my mat." As he picks up his mat.
I think that maybe he could just lose to some random graveyard hate, considering most decks are packing that for Phoenix.
Yep. Even main decking it sometimes.
I played 2 surgicals in the Phoenix deck I played today.
So why don't you tell us about the matchups you played today, Derek?
So round 1, what did I play? Oh, I played against Death Shadow.
Yep.
It was pretty straightforward. I won 2-0.
What kind of Death Shadow was it?
It was Grixis.
Okay.
Normally that match was pretty difficult. I think my opponent had unfortunate draws, and I had a pretty good draw. He thought he's my Lava Axe, but I had the Snapcaster to Lava Axe anyways.
Yep.
My round 2 loss was to Mill, on camera actually.
Oh, by Mr. David Shillingford, I believe, right?
Yeah, I squeezed out game 2, in a really, really close fashion. And then I forgot that they had ensnaring bridge in their deck and didn't bring in a braid. That's just my inexperience in the format, you know. It's possible that I should always bring in a braid, but
That's a tough pill to swallow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I punted that one away. I definitely think I should have won that match if I had a braid in my 60 in game 3. Round 3, I got paired against Sultai Death Shadow.
Really?
Oh,
That's a spicy one.
it was spicy. And I just played Blood Moon and they lost. Sometimes that happens. Oh, he's taking the tokens.
I like the way he touches the token. Ooh.
No, I think that's Matt.
Oh, these must be the SCG tokens. I see the Max McVitie.
Yeah, they are. I was on the camera a couple rounds ago.
Oh yeah, of course. You got to be there. What's it like down there in the feature match area?
I lost. It was awful.
Okay.
Hated every moment of it.
Oh man. So what'd you play in round 4?
I got paired against Burn.
Yeah.
Which is not a good matchup for me. Game 1, my opponent misblocked and let me lethal them nicely enough.
Perfect. Excellent.
But it just didn't matter. Game 3, we both mulled to 6. But I drew both my Crackling Drakes and not enough lands to cast them.
Oh.
And my opponent drew spells that cost less than 4 and killed me. So
That's unlucky. Burn plays a lot of those.
Burn is a tough matchup, but I feel like if I didn't draw my 2 of 2 Crackling Drakes, if I drew like another removal spell or I drew like a cantrip, I would have been in a better position, but
Yep.
that's Magic, you know? Sometimes you eat and sometimes you're the eated.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, 100% that can happen to anybody, really. I understand you're queued for this upcoming Mythic Championship. Is that correct?
I am qualified for London. I won a Magic Online Championship Series qualifier, and it qualified me for MC London.
Are you
Which
excited?
I'm a little excited.
Yeah?
I'm more excited that I get to go to a pro tour outside of North America.
Oh, you're really bummed about the last one.
My first was Nashville, which was nice, but wasn't where I wanted to be. And then the next one was Milwaukee. And if you thought there wasn't much going on in Nashville, there's not a lot going on in Milwaukee. Now, your first PT was in Australia, right?
Yeah, Sydney, Australia.
How was that?
What? Oh, he took him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sydney was really nice. Really nice place, super nice people. The plane ride was 23 hours. I think I'd rather die than go back there.
That's disgusting.
Because of that, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't know anybody, so super awkward. And yeah, I managed to squeak out a day 2 at 4-4, which is the Josh Butenhouse Pro Tour special.
Nice. Is that what you did at Cleveland?
Oh, you better believe
couple
I
weekends
went
ago
4-4
also?
at Cleveland. I was 4-2 to start, but
4-2?
yeah, I actually milled out my Esper Control opponent playing mono white aggro. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, my first PT, wait for it, I went 6-2 on day 1, and then went 1-6 on day 2, because I didn't want to play the last rounds.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't want to play the last round of that either. That's a pretty disappointing finish.
Right. That's how I felt. I'm like, okay, I need to what was it? 6-2. I need a 5-3 day 2 to re-queue, and if I run it back, I like make top 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
1-2 draft and lost all my constructed rounds. It was awful.
Yeah, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. Luckily, my second PT was with the other PT master, David Rude, who has a PT championship already to his name. He carried me and another unnamed
Meandering Tower Shell.
meandering tower shell to a nice min cash for a crisp $1,000 US. So I think that was okay for my second PT. You know, hopefully this. Well, actually, at PTs now you just always cash.
Yeah, so I was actually really like doing a lot of actually testing going into this PT, and then they announced the new prize structure, and I just stopped testing, and I